podcast will decide many years from now. But how many of these guys think we get in one room? Would be pretty cool. Would be. Mm-hmm. Just have them all together. All right, is that it? Yeah. Good job. Thanks. Great job, man. You think you should have been 2 or 1?
No. I respect your judgment.
Do you think you could take care of kids for an entire weekend?
No.
Right.
But Max, like, better than I.
Max is he's basically Santa 24/7. He is. He's a jolly big guy with a beard.
Yeah.
Like, kids like that. I mean, I've said it on the show. My kids are obsessed with when I show them every time Max's butt comes out, which is a lot, his butt crack, and they always are like, my daughter's like, can I see Max's butt? Number 3. 17.
77.
37. You were on, Pug.
And the Hilltoppers will put total weather and we'll get started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Colorado Buffaloes offense will take the first swing of the game. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game. So who do you look for? The tight end. And there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high. It really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
They'll go to the counter. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Buffaloes want to crank the tempo. They'll ride the hot hand. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense in press coverage. They try to pop a run on the draw. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Looking to throw on 3rd. Good timing on the quick out. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone. Fires and picked off. Looking for more room. He's on the 40. The 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. What a play by this defense with a pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, 2-2 offense, go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards, but did what they're supposed to do now. Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Looking deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to move it through the air. And the quarterback will take a sack back at
can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And the Buffaloes will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. So the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And there's no doubt, guys, we will be focused on these 2 star playmakers on the outside.
I'm curious to see how much man coverage they're going to see today. I don't know if either of these defenses is confident enough to go mano-a-mano with these 2 dudes on the field. They're 2 of the best in the nation.
These cornerbacks aren't looking for man-to-man coverage. I can promise you that. They'd be like, give me some help over here. But we're going to see some split screens, and we're going to see who had more catches, who had more yards.
Open runway ahead. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defender. Here, it's a turnover. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. He's going to pass. It's caught downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, WKU.
This is a receiver that is so good at running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Buffaloes racing to the line in the hurry up.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. And you got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit.
Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Colorado. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
And after the extra point, they cut the lead in half, down 14-7. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Jesse looking to take it down the field.
I
Touchdown.
think That's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Got the quick pass. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other side of this one. He wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're... It's got to be kind of bittersweet.
Across the 45. The expressway is wide open. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, he'll cover.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Akron has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. They're trailing by 13 to Buffalo. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The offense lining up for a first down play. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Buffaloes will hustle to the line. Now the play fake. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's Chubb. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
He now has 91 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Got his man quickly. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great
quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph a pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
He's going for the big play. And that pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more,
And how about that play by the Giant? That mountain of a man on the defensive front. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy and let him see what he can do. And when defense gives you the look to hold the football and finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Touchdown Topper. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Colorado, 7.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over and move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the grab down the left side. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, Bucks. And once he found open space, the man might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here's the return from inside his 10. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. If you like offense, this second quarter is probably going to be a game for you. 1st down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Safe completion on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Quick pass on the fly motion. Inside the 40. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. He'll keep it himself. Touchdown, Western Kentucky! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Western Kentucky. Number 12. With the carry.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run.
14.
And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, and excellent field position for this offense.
Kicking team.
Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Offense set on first down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Buffaloes headed quickly to the line.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this guy the ball. Like, I got to fit in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice. Because he was going to wear that one.
You kind of wonder if that's a moral victory for this offensive line, because they have not been running the ball well at all game long. But on that short yardage situation, they finally pick it up, and maybe that's going to be the catalyst for them to get this thing going and spark the run game.
Got some of the work done on first down. Let's see what they have on second down. Using his legs, it's Willingham. And he could not get loose on the run. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
At the 38-yard line. Coming up, 4th down.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. The Hawkeyes have been hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way in soon. They're up by a field goal over Wisconsin. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass to take complete. The Hilltoppers line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. You want to talk about having having a weapon to bail out a drive, David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man. Third down conversions are huge, and they beat one, and they're at the 35. And the Buffaloes come to the line in the hurry-up.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. The Buffaloes will move the sticks.
Just running something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. Now we got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
It is now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings, try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
Gets it out fast. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
This quarterback right now is in the groove. He's doing a nice job reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Trying to move the sticks on third down. Can anyone catch him? The 20. He's at the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, WKU.
Number 23 in the end zone.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and realize what's going on now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable this last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Shotgun snap on third down. Throwing right. It's complete. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Makes a connection. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing.
Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play out top.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100.
Touchdown, Colorado! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement. And like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also, momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. 1st down from the 49. Wide receiver shows motion. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting the quarterback, give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They cut into the deficit the last time they had it, forced the punt, and now they can really make this a game.
And you're right back in this thing. You're creating some momentum. You got the score. You got the stop. This offense, Jesse, has a chance now to make this an absolute barn burner of a ball game.
Yeah, it's one play at a time, though, right? You're not going to get it all back in one play. Just go out, do your...
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Second down coming up. Quarterback checking off. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. A shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Hilltopper.
Touchdown. Western
That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
He gets into the end zone to convert, and they'll tack on a couple right before the half. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Boulder. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown. And with that, let's send it back to the guys more than a mile above sea level at Nelson Field.
And the returner can find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Unloads to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Man, and that's one he probably wants back. And sometimes you underestimate the speed of your guy or how fast he gets out there, and you could tell just threw that a little bit too far. His receiver didn't have the jets to go catch up with that.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Tackled, but he has a first down. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. The Hilltoppers will snap it on first and 10. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Using the quick game. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Johnson. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Hilltoppers are in the red zone. They'll run it from the gun. Fights off the defender. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take him inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
It's so nice as a quarterback. Got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
That's a fly. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
Well, on third and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, this head coach has been a riverboat gambler all game long. He keeps going for it on fourth down. That now the third time he's gone for it, and he's gotten it by running the football.
The Hilltoppers are threatening on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal.
Touchdown, Topper! And the punishment has been extended.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Looking to throw. Fires into traffic. Intercepted.
The 2-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score. Western Kentucky, 56.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to find his man on first down. Zings it complete to the right. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. Having a defender play to the outside and to the inside, probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Well, there we go. We'll finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game. Down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Back open in the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Buffaloes send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Oh, my, he just shanked that one. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass of just reading coverage and being accurate.
Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. He's going to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Off the play fake. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't not free for a fumble. And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. He's got it. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we can get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Will not get there. A first down stop.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. And the stomping has commenced. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you. Put up a bunch of points and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.